Charles has started by working the radial section from the top of the head where the apex sits, running down behind the ears. He's then sectioned away the two front panels and now continued to work a vertical section from the top of the apex down towards the bottom of the nape. He's now working backward diagonal sections from the center of the section just below the occipital, which is separating the nape away, where he's going to create the perimeter for his shape on the bob. You can see that he's sectioned away both sides with clean tension and using clips to eliminate any of those areas out of the way so he can focus on the cutting line. The cutting line is used at natural full, where Charles is cutting on the surface of the skin, working with his scissors from the center of the neckline and pointing towards the outer behind the ear area. He's going to work from the center, which is going to be the shortest point of the bob, and he's going to work along the neckline, gradually getting a slight bit longer towards the corner. Now, once we're happy with the guideline and we've worked from the center out towards the corners on natural full, we can now start to work up one side of the neckline at the back of the bob. You can see we're working finger depth sections up the back of the head, working backward diagonal sections, working with the shape of the head, and then we're working with a little bit of elevation and cutting through our fingers. This will allow us to again create some graduation through the cutting line. Now, once the first side has been completed, we're going to replicate the same thing as we did on the first side onto the second side. Again, it's important that we keep that control in the hair, using the clips and working with the fine teeth of the comb with lots of tension and control, a little bit of elevation off the bottom of the surface of the head. And then we're going to be working with cutting to the baseline that we put in on the initial guideline. We're now moving into the two side areas where we're going to start from working horizontal sections from the radial section into the front hairline. Once we've created that first section, which should be 1 finger's depth, we're now going to mirror that section in towards the back area that we've just cut. This is so when we bring the hair down and cut into our external line, we're really going off the shape and balance from the same amount of hair that we have at the back. You can see that we're working with slightly less tension, but still cutting through the fingers because we want to continue that graduation through the line. Once we've got this center length put in, we can now move around to the two corner areas where we're going to angle our fingers, over direct back in towards the center slightly, which will allow the hair to become slightly longer because of the over direction through the corners of the recession area. This will create a nice little curved face framing fringe area, which we can then go in and take away some density with some layering shortly. Let's start off by blow drying the fringe area down and getting that to start behaving in the way that we want it to. We don't want it to dry in a way that is unnatural to the hair. So we really want to get a little bit of tension in the root, working with the brush, working with the medium speed and low heat, allowing us to get nice and close to the root and blow drying it quite flat to the forehead. The way that we're going to finish off with the styling is by using the hot tools where we're using the irons. This is going to allow us to really smooth out the hair, make it very compact and shiny, but then also enhance the small flick through the last third of the hair. This is a great tool to be able to enhance the blow dry in any haircut. Like we've said before, this client's hair is very thick and very dense and could do with some sort of point cutting or slicing. This will increase the texture and movement through the ends and take away some of that density that's sitting through the ends of the hair, which is making it look very bulky towards the bottom. Now, we're opting for the slice cutting as this is quite an effective technique which allows us to really take away density and weight from the mid-lengths of the hair all the way through towards the ends. We can see that this client now has a really beautiful strong silhouette and also square shape sitting just below the jawline area. Obviously, we have enhanced that movement and flick with the styling, which is super cool, but we can see how the face has been framed with the shorter fringe area. We hope that you enjoyed watching this hair cutting tutorial. We'll see you on the next one.